be doing a 30-minute class. It is beginner level. It is designed to be a little bit challenging though, so I'm going to provide a lot of modifications, so you just choose whatever level of intensity you are feeling today. So let's go ahead and get started. We are going to start on our backs. So roll out your mat or blanket, whatever is comfortable for you. Going to come down on our backs with our knees bent. We're just going to do a little bit of a checklist through our bodies here to make sure that our spines are nice and aligned so that we're safe during our Pilates practice today. I want you to take your fingertips and press them into your pubic bone and then kind of press your pubic bone away toward your feet. This is going to help you get into neutral spine. It's going to cause a little bit of a gap between your mat and your back. That's good. We want a little gap there. I want you to imagine if I was to set a cup of hot tea on that lower region of your stomach, kind of between your pubic bone and your hip bones, this triangular area here. If I was to set a cup of hot tea right here, it would be completely level. It would be completely still and steady, not splashing around all over the place. So when we're in neutral spine, this is kind of a horizontal plane, like a tabletop right here. So we're going to stay in neutral spine for this first exercise that we are going to do. I also want you to take your fingertips and just squish them into your lower stomach and give me a couple coughs. And you feel how your abs retracted there and they kind of engaged. Do it one more time. So I want you to hang on to that engagement. That's your transversus abdominis that is engaging, that you just felt contract underneath your fingertips here. That's the deepest layer of your abs. And we are going to be in neutral spine and we're going to hang on to that engagement of our deep abs as we get into our first move here. This is our neutral series. So as our knees are bent, your palms are down on the mat. I want you to bring your right leg up to tabletop nice and slow and then set it back down. Left leg up to tabletop and set it back down. This motion is coming from your abs. So even though it is your legs in motion here, I want you to think about how all the power moving your legs is coming from your abs, specifically your low abs. And remember, this is our first test in keeping neutral spine here. So it might feel easier if you press your back down into the mat, but that's going to bring you out of neutral spine, and it's not going to make the move as safe, and you're also not going to feel it as deeply in your abs. So we want to make sure that if I had a teacup right here on your lower belly, right between your pubic bone and your hip bones, that it is completely still, even though we're moving, and we still have our abs engaged, we are still breathing. Next time you get that right leg up to tabletop, go ahead and bring your left leg up to meet it, and then right leg down, left leg down. Left leg up to tabletop, right leg up to meet it. Make sure you're not holding your breath, especially at the top of a movement. I know it feels sometimes you can just keep going at your own pace with these tabletops. Sometimes it can feel tempting to hold our breath so that we can get to the top of the motion, but that is not beneficial. We want to keep our breath moving through our bodies. Very good. There are 3 levels to the neutral series, and we are going to try them all out. If any of them don't feel good to you, if this doesn't feel good to you, you can absolutely go back to the previous level where you're just doing one leg at a time. Go ahead and hold your legs up in tabletop next time you get here. And you're just going to tap your right toes down while keeping your knee bent and then bring it back up to tabletop. Tap your left toes down and bring it up to tabletop. This is a lot harder than what we were just doing. So if you'd rather go back to doing tabletop or just one leg up at a time, definitely do whatever feels good in your body today. We want to be listening to our bodies. You're still breathing. That teacup on your lower belly is still nice and steady. You are so strong. This is not easy. Good. All right, just finish whatever side you're on, and then you can bring your knees and hug them into your chest to kind of release your abs. Nice deep breaths, and you can kind of sway your knees back and forth. All right, we're going to go into an ab series. So go ahead and put your feet back on the ground. Knees are still bent. I want you to lift up your arms just a couple inches off of your mat, and we are going to kind of imagine energy shooting out from our arms as we lift up our head and our shoulders off the mat. Let's talk about this for a minute. You're still in your neutral spine. Your cup of tea is nice and steady, and we're only coming up to about the breastbone region. So I'm not trying to get you all the way up into a crunch. That's not the point of this exercise. We're stopping at the breastbone, and then we can come back down. It might feel natural for you to exhale on the exertion as you come up, and then inhale on the way down. That's perfect. Breathe however it feels right for you. Remember to maintain that gap between your mat and the back. We want to keep our whole spine safe during these exercises. You'll feel your entire abdominal wall really working during this exercise. We're getting our core nice and warm right off the bat in class today. So helpful to have a strong core through all of our exercises. It's going to keep you nice and safe. All right, let's go ahead and stay up in ab prep. I just want you to reach side to side here. So reach for your ankles. You probably won't actually be touching them unless you're a lot more flexible than I am. But we're just going to be working our obliques in this move. So we're just reaching side to side as we're up in that ab prep. Whew. Doing so good. Really, really waking up to the abs. Let's do 3, 2, 1, and rest your head down. Go ahead and just look right to left for me so you can release the tension in your neck from having it up in ab prep. Very good. All right, we are going to come back up into ab prep. So fingers, energy shooting out through your fingers, lifting up your shoulders and your head. And we're going to do toe taps like we did in our neutral series. So a little combo here. So bring your legs up to tabletop, and we're going to drop the right leg down in a toe tap, and then the left leg down. If this is too much and you're already exhausted in the abs, you can definitely just set your head down like we did a couple minutes ago. Super duper effective still. This is just adding on a little bit more challenge for the abs. Make sure you're still breathing. Make sure that that teacup on your lower stomach is nice and steady. I also want you to imagine in this position that you have an orange tucked between your chin and your chest. This is going to keep your cervical spine, your upper spine safe by keeping the back of your neck nice and elongated so you're not crunching your chin down to your chest. All right, let's go ahead and bring your hands behind your head, and we're going to do crisscross. So we're going to extend the right leg long as we twist over to the left knee, and then switch left leg long and we twist. I want you to think about stretching through your armpit, trying to get your armpit closer to the knee rather than your elbow closer to the knee. When we think about trying to move the elbow, we'll kind of end up bringing our elbow across our body, but I want you to keep your elbows nice and wide in this position, and that will really maximize the work that we're getting in our abs. Take a break if you need it. This is not easy. You are doing amazing. Do 2 and 1. Bring your knees into your chest. Nice deep breath. So good. We are moving our bodies because we love our bodies. So everything we're doing is coming from an act of love toward our bodies and gratitude for what we can do. And you are doing hard things today. Okay, go ahead and make your arms out long on your sides and just drop your knees down to the left of your body. And you'll kind of feel those obliques stretch out. Nice deep breath. Nice. Go ahead to the center and drop them to the right. Try to keep that opposite shoulder blade, so your left shoulder blade down on the ground as much as you can. And just kind of gaze the opposite direction of your knees. Doing so good. All right, we're going to come into a 4-point kneeling position now. So go ahead and flip over onto your hands and your knees. I want your hands right under your shoulders, just pressing the mat away from you. I also want you to imagine that you are like a park bench in this position. So you're nice and strong. If someone were to come and sit on your back, you wouldn't be arching your back or like arching the other direction up toward the sky. You are nice and solid, strong, like a park bench. So we're going to start with something called bird dogs. So I want you to extend your left leg out long. Actually, let's do right leg so that you can see what I'm doing. We'll do right leg out long and go ahead and extend your left hand out in front of you. And we're going to lift both at the same time and then lower. Lift and lower. So you're going to feel this immediately in your glutes, a little bit in your hamstrings as well. You're going to feel it in your shoulders as you move that arm up and down. Just move at your own pace. Keep breathing. If this is a little bit too much, because this is definitely a challenge for your balance, you can set that left hand down and just go with the leg lift and lowers. Either way, I only want you to go as high in the leg as you're able to without arching your back. So you're going to find that sweet spot between pushing yourself but also keeping proper form. That is the sweet spot of Pilates. Okay, hold out your arm and your leg extended. We're going to crunch the elbow and the knee in toward each other in an ab crunch so they meet under your body, and then elongate them back out. Crunch them in and elongate them back out. Again, this is quite a challenge for the balance here as well. So if you'd like to, this move also works great if you just put your hand down and you can still crunch your knee and you're still going to feel it in your abs, trust me. Very good. Keep breathing. Remember, you are a park bench, so your spine is nice and strong here. Okay, go ahead and set your left hand down. I want you to come down onto your elbow so that your left elbow is bent and your right leg is still long and your right arm is straight. So in this position, we're going to sweep our right leg out beside us, touch the toe to the ground, and then lift it back behind you. Now, the intensity in this workout is going to depend on how far you bring your leg in. So if you're not able to bring it up here, that's totally fine. I don't care. You're still moving. All movement is great. If you just tap it out a little bit, that is great. You're still going to feel the burn no matter what level you're doing here. The further up you bring it, you're going to feel it more in your obliques, in those side abs. So whatever level you are at today is amazing. You're moving your body, and in that way, you are honoring your body. Very nice. This is really firing through the glutes here. Let's do one more. We're going to hold it back. Stay down on that left elbow. I want you to bend your knee and flex your foot. We're just going to do some donkey kicks from here. So bring your knee down to the mat and then push it back up. Down to the mat and push it back up. Imagine that you have a weight on your foot and you're pushing it away from you. Now, similarly to when we were on all fours for our bird dog, we're only going as high as we can with our leg while keeping proper form. So I don't want to see you trying to get up higher and compromising form just to get your leg up higher. That would defeat the point of the exercise. So you're finding that sweet spot as high as you can with proper form. That is where the strength is going to come from. So good. Let's hold it up in that 90-degree angle with your knee, and we're just going to pulse it here. Just a little bit, like an inch. It doesn't have to be very big. You are super duper going to feel this like I am, right in kind of that under butt region in your hamstrings. A beautiful Pilates burn. All right, so good. Bring that down. You can come up to under your left hand as well. Walk your hands up maybe about 2 or 3 inches and scoot your right knee up. We're just going to stretch out in a pigeon stretch. So you'll scoot your right knee up to your right wrist and then shift your shin over under your body just as far as you feel comfortable. And then you're going to shift your left leg back. So you're kind of somewhat sitting on your shin. Only go as far as you feel comfortable in this position. And this is really gonna give you a beautiful stretch through your glutes, through the hamstrings, the exact spot that we just worked. You can stay up here with your arms nice and long. If you want a deeper stretch, you can put your arms out a little farther in front of you. You can even come down on your elbows. And just nice deep breaths. Make sure you're not leaning too far into that left hip flexor. You want to shift the weight over toward that right butt cheek so that you feel the stretch right there. Oh, it feels so nice after all that work we just did. Okay, we're going to switch sides. So come out of that pigeon stretch nice and slow. We are going to switch to the other side here. So still on all fours. You are still, both arms are still long. So we're going to do bird dog in this position. So left leg out long, right hand out long, and we're going to lift and lower. Lift and lower. Remember, you can always put your right hand down if the balance is a bit too much for you today. I never want you to feel bad if you're not able to do the more advanced movement of one of the exercises. Because truly, everyone feels different in their strength levels every day. Also, depending on where you're at in your cycle, you're going to feel different in your strength levels. So don't beat yourself up if you're not able to do the harder version of a move. Just want to always give you options. Okay, we're gonna hold up our arm and our leg, and then we're gonna do those ab crunches. So bring your elbow and your knee in to meet in the middle, and then elongate back out. Nice and slow. If you move too fast, you're probably gonna knock yourself off balance. So make sure you move nice and slow. Really, as a general rule in Pilates and most exercises, the slower you go, the safer you're gonna keep yourself. And also, it's gonna make the move a little bit harder if you go slower. It's going to challenge your muscles to really work. Awesome. Let's just do one more. Nice. Okay, go ahead and set that right leg down, and then you're going to come down onto your right elbow while keeping that left arm long. We're going to do those front sweeps with your leg. So go ahead and sweep your leg as far as you want forward, tap your toe, and then send it backward. Really definitely working your entire butt here. Even if you are only tapping it just a foot in front of you to the side of you, you are still definitely going to feel this. There's no way not to feel this one in your glutes, no matter what level of intensity you're doing it at today. Make sure you're still breathing. Even I find myself to be tempted to hold my breath as I try to get my leg out to the side of me, but keep breathing. When we hold our breath during exercises, it puts unnecessary pressure on our pelvic floor. So you never want to hold your breath while you are doing exercises. All right, go ahead and hold it back, your leg, and we're going to go into those donkey kicks. So flex the foot, bend the knee. We're just going to go up and down with our left leg. Nice deep breaths. So glad that you found the time to move your body tonight. I hope you are feeling good. We have about 10 minutes left of class. I'm gonna make the most of it. All right, go ahead and hold your donkey kick up, and we're just gonna pulse at the top. Pulse your flexed foot up toward your ceiling or toward the sky if you're outside. Whew, this one is really difficult for me today. So if you are having a hard time, I'm right there with you. I'm shaking. Nice. Okay, very good. Amazing. Go ahead and walk your hands out just a couple inches. We're going to do that pigeon stretch on this side. So bring your left knee up to your left wrist and move your shin under your body. Move that right leg, just slide it back behind you as much as you feel comfortable. Oh, and deep breaths. Let your body sink into that left glute and hamstring. Stretch it out. Nice deep breaths, bringing oxygen into all of those burning muscles. So good. All right, we are going to go into an extension series. So we're going to be in a prone position, meaning down on your stomach. So come on down to your stomach and proper form here. I want you to, this is going to sound kind of weird, but I want your pubic bone to be, to fall heavy down into the mat. So press your pubic bone down into the mat. I want you to engage your core, and you're going to still be breathing normally, but I want you to imagine if I slid like a little ice cube underneath your belly and how your abs would retract to try and get away from it. That's the kind of engagement that we're looking for in this position. It's going to help protect your spine. So drop your chest down to the ground, and you can also widen your legs out to about the width of your mat. That's going to give you a little more stability as well. I want your nose to be pointed down toward the mat so the back of your neck is nice and long. Your palms will be flat on your mat, right about underneath your armpits. So what we're going to do is we are going to lift our palms up off the ground, and I want you to retract your shoulder blades as you do that. So I want all the power and strength to lift your palms up off the ground. I want that coming from your shoulder blades, okay? So let's practice this together. We're just going to lift, retract your shoulder blades, pretend like I put a penny in between your shoulder blades, and you're squeezing the penny between your shoulder blades so much that it's causing your palms to come up off the ground, and then just rest. Nice. Nice deep inhale. And exhale, lift. And down. You're just gonna hold it up there for a second. It also doesn't, you're not gonna like be lifting your palms like 6 inches off the ground. Like we're trying to lift them up like an inch and a half off the ground. So we're not going for a huge range of motion here. But it is still very challenging nonetheless. A bigger range of motion does not necessarily mean that a move is harder by any means. Let's just add on a little challenge here. If you are feeling up to it, we're going to lift up our palms, and then you're going to extend either one or both arms up above your head with your palms facing down to the ground, and squeeze them back in, and then rest. Nice deep breaths. It's really easy to remember to, or it's easy to forget to breathe in this move in particular, but keep breathing, keep going at your own pace. Retract the scapula, your shoulder blades, lift the palms, and extend them over your head, and rest. So good. Like I said, you can do one hand at a time too. That'll definitely make the move a little bit more manageable. Or you don't have to do the arm extensions at all. You can also just keep lifting your palms up and down off the ground. That's going to give you plenty of challenge. Nice. Let's just do one more together. Nice. Okay. We're going to do a cobra tricep push-up in this move. So if you want it to be a little more challenging, you're going to keep your palms underneath your armpits. If you want it to be a little bit easier, you're going to slide your palms up more by your face, okay? So pick whatever level you want to do. I'm going to go about halfway in between those 2 points. We're going to push our body away. Your chest is going to come off the ground first, then your rib cage, then your tummy. Your pubic bone stays down on the mat, and then lift your face to the sky. Nice extension through the spine. And then we're going to reverse that motion. So tummy down first, and then your rib cage nice and slow, then your chest, then your nose comes down toward the mat. Using the strength of your triceps, push your upper body away. Chest, rib cage, stomach. Nice. So much strength through your triceps. Slowly come on down. We're just going to do 3 more. Nice and slow. So good. You are still breathing. If you need to slide your hands out a little bit closer to your face, you definitely can. I believe this is our last one. All right, push back to child's pose. Widen those knees. Sit back on your butt and just stretch your back. Gaze toward the mat. Stretch your fingers out in front of you. Nice deep breaths. Nice. That was not an easy series right there. We have a couple minutes left of class, so we are going to end in my favorite way to end class, which is a weightless arms series. You don't need any equipment for this, and you are going to feel like your arms are going to fall off in like 2 minutes. So let's go ahead and start with our arms out in front of us, nice and strong, engaging all your muscles. Your trunk is also super strong, so your abs are on to keep your upper body stable. The only thing moving is going to be your arms, okay? So let's go ahead and palms forward, squeeze your palms toward one another, press them away from each other. Then we're going to press them up toward the sky and push down to the ground. So we'll do it one more time slow, then we'll go a little faster. Squeeze in front of you, flip the palms and push away from you. Flip the palms to the sky and squeeze up and then push down. All right, so go ahead and squeeze forward, push away, squeeze up, push down. You don't have to move your palms and rotate them like I'm doing. You can absolutely just keep them in the same position the whole time if you want. Doesn't matter. Just kind of moves the work into different parts of your arms if you rotate the palms. But it is a little bit, you need to like really focus with your mind on like what direction your palms are going. So you can do this however it feels good to you. This is really getting into those shoulders right away. You are doing amazing. Up and down, forward and back, and up and down. Let's do one more. Forward and back and up and down. Okay, hold them out to the side. I want you to flip your palms up to the sky in little cups. I want you to pretend like you're holding little golf balls in your arms, okay? So you can give a little micro bend in your elbows, and we're gonna do little forward circles. So palms are up to the sky. You don't wanna drop those little golf balls. Little circles forward. I don't want to see your upper body moving with the circles. Your core, the whole trunk from shoulders to hips is completely still. The only thing moving is your shoulders. And they are burning, am I right? This doesn't take long to feel this. Go ahead and reverse the motion. Good. If you need to rest and squeeze out your arms or shake them out, definitely do whatever you gotta do. Very good. All right, let's go forward again, but we're gonna make the circles a little bit bigger. Don't drop the golf balls in your hands. Again, you have that little micro bend in your arms. If this is getting a little bit too difficult, but you want to keep going, go ahead and just lower your arms a little bit. They don't have to be shooting directly out from your shoulders. Wherever you're at is so good. Reverse the circle. So we're doing big circles backwards now. Nice deep breaths. We're going to take a break in just a second. We'll do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake out your shoulders really, really fast. And then we're just gonna do one more little push and we'll be done, okay? So arms out to the side, fingers pointing long, all the muscles are on. This is your last push. We're gonna bring your right arm up and down. Right arm, we're gonna stay on one side. Let your wrist be kind of fluid in this position. We call these angel arms. So think like you have a wing on your right side that you're just flying through the sky with. Switch to the left side. Good. Oh my Lord. I feel like my arms are going to fall off. So good. Let's do both at the same time. Both arms going, fluid wrists, shoulders burning out. You're doing amazing. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Shake out your wrists, shake out your arms. Get the blood flowing. You did it. You just did something so hard and so beneficial for your body and your mind. So amazing job. Way to prioritize yourself for 30 minutes tonight. Rub out your arms a little bit. Let's just bring one arm across your chest. Let's bring your right arm over and just hold it in place. This is a good tricep stretch for you. You can roll your head to the left just a little bit. And let's switch. Whew, sorry if my mic is in the way here. So good. All right, well, you can stretch out as long as you need to. If any other part of your body feels like it needs a little bit more stretch and a little bit more love, definitely spend a few extra minutes stretching. You did amazing. I'm so proud of you for doing this class tonight. Thank you so much for joining. Please let me know what you thought of tonight's class. I would love to hear your feedback, and I hope that you join another class in the future. So, mwah, have a good night.